Hello.
Good afternoon.
Welcome, everybody.
Evening, morning. No.
All right. If you're on, let us know you're watching so we can say hello. Hope everybody's doing good. Let us know if you're starting to get out into the world or if you're still staying inside. I know there's a lot of different opinions on that. Not that we want to get into it, but I'd love to know if you're going out, if you know what it's like.
Yep. I was telling Sarah, girls, I went out yesterday for the first time because Norm, my husband, had surgery today and he had to self-quarantine. We are corona-free in this house, by the way. He got tested on Monday, and he's the only one that's really been out of the house for 2 months. And so he had to go take the test on Monday, had to self-quarantine for 2 days. So yesterday I had to go get some things at the store. And let me tell you, I felt really awkward. Like I almost forgot how to use the credit card scanner. I've been doing so much online purchasing, I've just completely forgotten how to actually scan it. So the guy was like, at the place I was picking up food, he's like, you don't need to sign it until after I run your card. And I'm like, oh. So yeah, it's awkward. It's awkward. And I am not one to wear a mask. I don't like wearing masks. I don't like anything on my face. And that was hard to do for me. Just I can't stand something on my nose and in my space. It's all up in my space.
Makes you sweat too.
And then you're breathing it. And then I had something with garlic. And so like I'm breathing it in and I'm like, geez. I like singed a hole in it from just my breath.
Right.
Anybody on with us yet?
I don't think so.
We have got a
That's okay.
Yep. I didn't feel like putting in the effort tonight, really. I put a little bit of mascara on, some blush, and called it a night.
Well, you look great. Thank
you. Some days you just have those kinds of days, Sarah, where you just don't, no matter what, you just don't feel like doing it. Yep. And
you kind of just got to take care of yourself, whatever that looks like. You know what I'm saying? Could be different for everybody.
So this is a 1 week unwashed hair, girls. This is what that looks like.
Wow, that's amazing.
For a week.
If I went more than 2 days, it would be, you would definitely know it.
Yeah, this is it's very greasy up top, Sarah. You can see my roots are really starting to pop that gray out there. I'm popping it.
Can't see it. I can't see it on camera. You look great.
Good.
You're beautiful.
Thank you, ma'am. So yeah, it's so my husband had knee surgery, and I was telling Sarah that we get back and he's got Percocet, and they, of course they popped all this, these anesthesia and all that kind of stuff in him. And I thought that he was going to pass out when we got home so that Mama could have a little Netflix time. Well, it's had the exact opposite effect. He hasn't shut up since we got home. Literally. I told him I was going to have to gag him. And you're going to come in to paint cabinets. I know. She told me she was starting a new project.
Oh, that's great. Great time for that. Hey guys,
I'm jealous. I miss both of you guys. You see us? Yeah, I'm getting the cabin fever. I need a trip soon, real soon. He's doing good. He's over there scrolling Facebook. He hasn't passed out yet.
Hey Melissa, glad to have you.
Melissa had knee surgery today too. So we're like the knee surgery twins over here. Yeah, she had it early this morning, and then Norm had it this afternoon. So,
well, I hope you're doing well, Melissa.
I feel for you guys. I wouldn't want to have to be recovering right now. That's for sure. Uh-oh, Mom apparently doesn't know that I do lives. Mom. Hello. 8 o'clock. Mom. Oh, she's so proud of me. Oh, I'm gonna get her for that. You know I am. I'm turning the volume down, Mom. All righty. Well, I'm glad you ladies could jump on with us tonight. We've got a lot of fun topics. Let's see.
Yeah.
Yep, it is. It is. Melissa, I was like, the nurse was like, you've got to like pinch this part so that it forms to your nose, because she says it really does nothing if you don't do that. And I'm walking in there. I mean, I don't know what I'm doing. So, but she was giving us the how-to on how to put the mask on. So,
wow.
One mask on backwards.
Yeah. And Norm had his on backwards. So.
Good job, Norm.
COVID ready.
Yep. That's awesome.
All right, girls. First question of the night is, what is the first thing you notice about somebody? It could be physical. It could be, let's keep it G-rated, girls. Okay. First thing you notice about somebody. Sarah, do you want me to start? Or
go for it.
All right. The first thing I notice, and I am very weird about this, but I am an eye person. I don't care if somebody is uglier than if they hit all the branches on the ugly tree and they've got pretty eyes, they can suck me right on in. There's something about eyes. I don't know what it is. Like, I want to get an eye tattoo. I know, creepy, but I love eyes. This is something about eyeball. Cool.
The eyes are the window to the soul. I think people who will look you in the eye when they talk to you, I think there's something to that. I always have thought that. But yeah, I usually notice what a person looks like first. And I guess that's not the best thing in the world to notice, but it is usually the first thing I notice. But as far as when I start talking to somebody, I feel like I have a genuine radar. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like somebody who's genuine, I tend to just really be drawn to. And then I have a BS meter. It's like, no.
Yeah. I'm the same way with that. It's like, but physical, it's eyeballs. Personality, I like a sense of humor. Like, I'm drawn to people that get my sense of humor. Does that make sense? Like, if I tell a joke and you're just like me, I'm like, gone. Like, I can't even, like, it's just, we can't be friends because, I say stupid stuff all the time. So you have to laugh.
Hey, Cheryl.
Hey, Cheryl. How are you? So yeah, that's what I'm drawn to. Oh, and hair. Now, I am a hair fanatic. I like to see a good haircut. I like to see
you can tell too. You can tell somebody who spent $200 getting their hair done. I can. I always hope I'll win the lottery one day, and I could be one of those girls that looks like I just came out of the salon every day.
Like, I just want to hire somebody to come do it for me.
Right? Make my hair look like those people in the on the TV. Like,
and that's another thing. When you talk about hair, like, okay, I don't even like really go into the salon to even get my hair done as far as like how it looks. I go for them to just wash my hair. Like, I just want to tell, I'm saying, hey, bitch, I want you to wash this thing for like 10 minutes and like really, like really get in there, and I'll sit there all day. And that's how I pick the ones that do my hair. Because they have to spend time on that. That's a number one thing for me. Cheryl, what's going on? Is it our live? Something. Isn't there a song about that?
Sounds good, Melissa.
Oh, the lottery. Did you hear about that guy last week that won in one day during the quarantine now? Okay, goes to the convenience store in the morning and then later on that night and wins twice $1 million a piece. Can you imagine?
No, really? That's just insane. Like they say, for you to win the lottery is like you could just, the odds are the same as getting struck by lightning. Who gets struck by lightning twice? Now, come on.
The only time I won was $10, and then I forgot it was in my pocket, got into the ocean, and lost it. So I just, people that win lotteries make me mad. They can win, I can't win. I can't win nothing. I did win my grandmother a TV once when I was a teenager. We went to like Food Lion or a grocery store and they had one of those little things. She had me sign her name on a card And she always let me think that it was my card that got drawn and not hers.
Aw,
So I won her
sweet.
TV. That was about the gist of my winnings. Norm was talking about life insurance today. Of course, he's high on Percocet, so he's wanting to lay out a will. And he's like, I'm gonna get like $30,000 if you die. He's like, you're just really, I'm not getting nothing. And I'm like, he's like, you're gonna get all of it if I die. I was like, well, here's the positive, honey. If you're dead, you won't get anything anyway. Don't know what you're talking about.
Thanks for joining us for a little while, Melissa.
Hope you feel better, hon. All right, girls, next question. What is something you've always wanted to do but never had the courage to do it?
Well, the first thing that comes to mind on that one for me is I want to get my master's degree in clinical mental health counseling. And it's extremely expensive, and I'm afraid of not being able to hack it and then having a huge bill to pay, but quitting before I finish. So there's no benefit to it.
Right.
So I still am hoping to do that at some point. It's like I said, it's like $30,000 to go. I mean, of course we could get, Stafford loans or something like that, but it's a lot of money. So
you don't want to spend that kind of money and fail. That's for dang sure.
Right, exactly. I'm like, what if I can't hack it? I mean, master's degree is major. So
yeah,
anyway.
that's scary. But yeah, I think you could do it. You just have to have confidence in yourself and do it. Go for it.
Cheryl said zip lining. That is so fun, Cheryl. Got to do it.
No, I'm the same way, Cheryl. I don't like my feet to leave the ground. I don't like heights, and I don't like my feet. I don't like to not be in control. That's another thing.
I jumped out of an airplane, so I'm good.
Okay, now let me just tell you, I will be the 1% of a nth percent that is the one that doesn't get attached to the zip line correctly, and I will go flying down a mountain without it.
No. Thanks, Cheryl. You're right. I do need to change it and say I'm going to do it. I'm going to accomplish it. Nothing's going to stop me. I'm pretty much a go-getter. I tend to be. But
there is a song about that.
Huh?
Nothing's going to stop me now. It came to mind. But anyway, I want to be a comedian. I want to be a stand-up comedian. But the thought of getting in front of people and them not laughing, or them like throwing tomatoes at me or something, or just failing. I think that's the big thing. I'm afraid of failing at it. I think that's what keeps us from doing some of the things that we want to do, is that we fear failure. Just like you said, Sarah, we feel like we'll fail at it. Exactly. It's the control thing, Cheryl. Heck no.
Oh, it was amazing though. I mean, it was truly amazing. I mean, there's this huge amount of adrenaline to begin with and excitement. And then when you jump, it's the most quiet feeling, peaceful feeling. No, it's peaceful. It's totally peaceful. And you're just being able to look out over, you can see as far as you could ever imagine seeing. It was amazing. I didn't even do a tandem. I jumped out by myself. Oh my God.
Well, see, I would be so worried about the poop that I just pooped in my pants flying up and knocking me out. That would be my first thought. I wouldn't actually be enjoying the free fall.
Cheryl, I haven't seen your video, but I will check it out.
Yes, she did. I'm going to have to check it out. I've seen the trailer. It's really good. Really good. In fact, Cheryl, I'd love to for us to do some kind of movie too. If you've got connections, we could totally put a good movie together. Hi, Kimberly.
Kimberly.
How are you? You feeling okay? That Corona gone? Are you Rona free? You want to get on with us tonight?
Let us know.
With us too, honey. If you want to get on with us, we'd love to have you. We haven't done that.
All you have to do is let us know. We'll send you a link.
Yep.
I'm actually going to go ahead and put it in the chat. So if anybody gets brave enough to
do something we haven't done before, come on. We'd love to see your faces.
Oops.
And while Sarah's doing that, I'm going to go ahead and put our next question up for you. What is your favorite go-to movie?
I have a special disorder of I forget the movie about 30 minutes after it plays. So who knows?
Wow. I got Cheryl, we need to talk because I think we could put an amazing video together. Oh my gosh. With women that have been through the things that we've been through, we could put together like something about domestic violence. We could mental health. God, there's a plethora of things that we could talk about. And I would love to do a documentary like that. It'll be amazing. And so we'll have to talk for sure. The link doesn't work, Cheryl.
Let me try to send it to her from Facebook.
So the question was, what is your favorite go-to movie? Sarah says she's got like, what is it? Not Tourette's. 10 Second Steve off that one movie where she remembers it for like 10 seconds and then she can't remember it.
I don't know what it is.
My go-to movies, I've got two. And they kind of hit on my different emotions. Like fried green tomatoes for sure is like one of my go-to if I'm in an emotional crisis or I just want to feel good and I want to feel loved and friendship and all that stuff. Fried green tomatoes does it for me every time. I cry at that stupid scene every freaking time when he gets run over. Hey, Katie, Still Magnolias. That's an awesome one. Yes. I love girl movies, but that's my number one go-to. And then I love, dang it. Now I'm drawing a blank. It's a movie about revenge. The Count of Monte Cristo, the newer version. It's probably 20 years old, but there's a guy in it that's really super good looking and he does an awesome, amazing job. And it's about revenge. And it's about someone that's been done wrong and they come back with a vengeance and they get what's theirs. And when I'm feeling in that kind of mood, that's the movie I want to watch. It's a great movie.
Kimberly said Sweet Home Alabama. I like the song.
Sweet Home Alabama. And I love Reese Witherspoon. Love her.
I do too. I love her too. She's amazing.
You know, she's only 5'1", Sarah. We could have totally been actresses.
Right?
You have to be 6 foot to be an actress. I love Reese.
Oh boy.
Have you seen she's got 2 series out right now on Hulu that are really good. Yeah. One is called Sweet Little Liars. It's more serious, but it's really, really good. And then the other one is called Big Little Lies. And that one is one you want to watch when you're by yourself because there's a lot of steamy stuff that happens. Yeah. My husband was like, what in the world are you watching? I'm like, it's just Reese. I mean, I don't know what you're talking about. But those 2 shows, they're short series. So it's not like a super long series, but they're really good. If you're a Reese fan. Okay, what's the most useful thing you own, Sarah? That's the next question. What's the most useful thing you own? Is it your husband?
I would consider that owning him, but probably a mirror. It might be scary if I didn't have one.
That's very useful. Very useful. Who do we have?
Cheryl.
Hey, Cheryl. Can't hear you. Your volume might not be up.
Okay, let's see. Can you hear me now?
There you go.
Yes.
Hey. Okay.
Hey.
Yeah, that was a process. I'm like, okay, I've never used this gadget before, but hey, you always learn something new. That's awesome.
That's awesome.
So how are you guys doing?
Good.
How are you guys doing?
Yeah, we're making it.
Good. Making it.
Yeah. Are you still quarantining in the house?
I'm still in the house. I'm still in the house. Yes.
Me too.
Oh my God, way too much. 3 months, over 3 months, maybe.
It feels like 3 years to me.
Yeah. But now it's like time is flying by. It's like you're getting into this repetitive motion. Well, here's the thing. I'm sure you guys have heard about the Florida unemployment.
Yes.
So that has been a nightmare in itself. 11 weeks I've been fighting for unemployment.
Are you serious?
So,
you haven't gotten it yet?
Not a dime.
Oh my
Not
God.
a dime. No.
Wow.
So yeah, it's pretty crazy. But anyway.
Wow. Have they told you that they've gotten it, or is it
no, I've applied. Today was my 4th time. I've spent 25 hours on this site trying to get unemployment.
Wow. Hey, Shannon.
Absolutely insane.
Shannon, I'm so sorry, hon. That really sucks. And
Yeah.
I don't think people really, and all these people, I know I'm going to start probably a controversy here, but I've seen so many people say, if you're on unemployment, you're making so much more money, blah, 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 blah. But here's the thing, like you just said, you guys haven't been paid in almost 2.5 months. So by the time you finally get this money, you're going to be so far behind that you need it to be able to do, and it's like, there's so many different opinions on that. I was one of the lucky ones that I wouldn't say lucky because I lost my job in January and it was a really bad situation and I got out of it. But I fortunately had already filed for unemployment. So I was already in the system. Nice. So I didn't have to fight through that to start, getting that. But I tried calling the other day because my unemployment's getting ready to run out like in the next 3 weeks. Yeah. And I'm going to, I qualify for that extra 13 weeks. And I called and I waited probably 3 or 4 hours on the phone to get somebody so I could answer that question. Because there's no, they're not addressing that question. So what do you do when your unemployment runs out?
Yeah.
So, God, what a pain. I'm so sorry. That sucks.
It's insane. Yeah. So anyway, on to something better. What was your other question? Oh, movies, movie question?
Yes, movie question.
I don't know. Have you guys ever watched A Walk to Remember?
Yes, I love it.
I love that.
I remember that movie.
And I can remember the other one is Burlesque. I could watch Burlesque over and over.
That's a good one too.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I remember seeing some movies like that was a good one, but I can't tell you what they're about.
Yeah. Christina Aguilera in that one. Burlesque.
Yes. And Cher.
It's so good. If you haven't seen it, you have to watch it.
It's really one of those you can just watch over and over again.
I could watch it with you again.
Every time I see Christina, I just want to sing the Genie song. There's just something about that song.
Yeah.
Yeah, bottle.
Cheryl, what's the most useful thing you think you own?
Ooh.
The most useful what?
Useful thing you own.
I own? Most useful thing I own. That's a good question. Wow.
I said a mirror, but that sounds really vain. Yeah, there you go. That's a good one.
Right now it's my phone.
That's good. Mine is an awkward tweezers, and I'll tell you why. Okay, because first of all, I can pick anything out of anything. So you gotta get your piece of wood stuck in your foot, I can get it. You get a penny stuck in your nose like my son, I can get it. Yeah.
Wow.
A penny.
Yeah. A penny.
Up here.
My daughter, my son did a peanut. And my other daughter, my oldest daughter, when she was little, she'd go around she was like 1 year old, right? And she would got her voice and walk around. And between 1 and 2, she would go around going, like she was choking all the time. So at this point, I was just like, stop doing that. This is not a game. That's not funny. So my two oldest ones are 1 year and 3 days apart. So I had him on the changing table. She crawled underneath the crib and was like kicking the mattress upward. And she must have found a pin. She started going, and I thought, stop playing around. But then she didn't see it. So I yank her out and she was choking on a penny.
Oh no.
On a penny. I was freaked. I was jumping up and down with her. I left him on the changing table. God bless him. I'm jumping up and down, screaming. I'm hitting her on the back, and all of a sudden this penny goes flying out of her mouth.
Oh my God.
Jesus.
And they're slippery buggers. You can't get them. Like I was all up in his nose with tweezers trying to get that thing, and it just kept slipping out. And now you would think this was last year. Okay, my son is 11. Okay, 10 years old. Why are you sticking a penny up your nose?
Yeah, exactly.
You're not a piggy bank, for God's sake.
10.
Yeah, one of my brothers
he should know better.
Raisins up both of his.
Riley wants to share hers. What's her most useful thing?
The TV.
Come here.
The TV.
The TV.
What is it? The TV. Well, is that because you learn off the TV?
Because YouTube.
Games and
because mommy's lazy.
and
Okay.
and TV, regular TV shows.
And shows.
I'm grateful for the internet. The internet. I mean, my kids do school through the internet, through an internet program.
Yeah.
So if I had to do the lesson planning for every single subject that they do, I homeschool normally, not just during coronavirus, but they get online to do their school. And I'm grateful for that program. I can't imagine not having internet right now.
Are you kidding me? My son asked me today, he's like, is this like the Great Depression? I said, well, in some ways, yes, because there's a lot of unemployment and things like that. I was like, but honey, I said, back in the Great Depression, you kids would have been out in the fields working. Okay. You would have been plowing and trying to help make money for the family. I said, you guys aren't in there on the internet. It's hardly the Great Depression.
Right.
Hardly.
Oh.
I mean, there is correlation because we're studying that in homeschool. Okay. There is, there's a lot of panic like that.
Well, as far as the Great Depression with the unemployment rate right now, we are actually over that. So I was reading an article on that the other day. So
the thing is, we know once they get a vaccine and once this starts getting better, that we're going to bounce back. We know it's going to.
I don't know that I want a vaccine.
But with the Great Depression,
don't trust these people.
Yeah, they didn't know when or if it was ever going to end. And it took 15 years for it to end. So I know people are. I don't know. There's so much controversy. There's so many different opinions on it. And this, it's like, anybody else have anything to add to that little question? Anybody?
All right, guys, I'm going to jump out of here. Thank you for having me on here, but we should get on and talk about some, more stuff on another time. I'll jump back on.
Absolutely.
I'm sure we have a lot to talk about.
Absolutely.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Great
Keep
to
an
have
eye
you.
out because thank you so much. Keep an eye out because I got you a link coming for the movie, so you'll be able to check it out.
Okay. Awesome. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, ladies. The next question we had, okay, is if you had a song that could introduce you to someone, what would it be?
Sarah. Everybody sings it too.
Oh. Norm's like, oh.
You catch me on the wrong day, that might be true.
Well, mine could be my Sharona, or it could be Trouble.
Yeah. How about there's one, it's a country song, says, you probably know what it is, but it talks about church on Sunday, cuss word on Monday.
Yes.
I think Blake Shelton sings that one.
Yep. Yep. That's a good one. Shannon, what is your introduction song? Is it something by Eminem?
Oh, I'm not sure she's still with us.
Let's see. New Kids on the Block. I saw you doing a little live with the New Kids the other night. Oh. Come on, girl. I know you got a song. It's what, who?
Nice to meet you.
Riley says hers is nice to meet you.
That's sweet. I like that. That's awesome.
I think it's more like, hold on, let me think. I don't know. I'm going to think on that one because you could probably pass for trouble too. Anybody on with us now that has a song that they could use to introduce themselves? Like it's the second that somebody meets you, they're like, that song pertains to that person.
That's such a good question. If I could remember songs, we talked about this before the live started, that Norm and I don't remember the lyrics to songs. I could probably come up with some more if I could remember them.
Yeah, well, we were talking about like 80s trivia, and I said that I would never play 80s trivia with my husband because he cannot remember names of songs, names of groups, nothing. And Sarah said she can't either, so I'm going to put them on the same team when we so that we can win. Whoever's on my But there's so many good songs. I'm going to have to think. That's a good question. I'm going to have to think some more. Simon and Garfunkel boxer. Annie Schultz, how are you, girl? Long time.
Thanks for joining us.
2 years. I've been here almost 3. How are you doing, hon? You quarantining? I miss you guys. Really, I do miss Ohio like no other. I miss everybody there. It's been a tough move. It's been a real tough move, but I'm just now starting to get the hang of it and starting to get back out there and meeting friends. I love you too. Jill.
Yeah.
Jill's on. Talk to
Hey,
us.
Jill.
You're in here, guys. We don't know. Well, at least I don't know if you don't tell us.
Yeah, I don't either. Joe Best's here.
Oh,
Joe. Why does your name always remind me of Jolene? See, that song could be for you, Joe. Joe Beth. Please come take the man, please. He is on Percocet right now, and he hasn't stopped talking for 5 hours. Somebody can take it now.
Oh,
That's a
y'all
good
are too
song.
funny.
The question was, ladies, if you just popped on, what is a song that people think of you or could introduce you when you walk in a room? Like, that's the first thing that's like, mine was Trouble, Trouble, or my Sharona. And Sarah was Sarah by, is it Starship? I think it is Starship.
mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Don't answer us.
All right, I'm going to put a gag in it in a minute. You gotta quit talking.
Roll Jordan. I don't think I know that one. Do you know that one?
Roll Jordan to me. Is it okay? Give me I don't know. Well, I'm gonna have to look that one up. Please take my man. Please. I'm telling you. Have you seen that one little what was it? It was like a little parody where the girl was singing in a closet about Jolene. She was like, Jolene was too busy, so I had to call Eileen. Eileen, if you can't help me, I'm gonna have to call Justine. And then at the end, she's like drinking liquor. I mean, she's like in a broom closet. It was funny. You have to look it up. It's the song Jolene, but it's a good, really cute parody.
That is cute.
What?
I think you posted it, Sharon, didn't you?
I think I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Last question of the evening, ladies, is: have you ever saved a human or an animal's life? Have you ever killed anyone? I mean, this earring, I'm gonna burn it.
We've saved little bunnies. Well, there were 8 that the mama got hit by the lawnmower. It wasn't us. Somebody mowing our lawn. They killed the mama, and there were 8 babies.
The lawnmower killed the baby? The mom?
No, the mom. And there were 8 babies. And I even took them to work with me and fed them every 3 hours with a dropper. It was ridiculous. And truthfully, only 2 or 3 of them survived. But I understand it's really hard to keep them alive. But we've also found baby birds. We took them to a rescue, and I don't know. We're animal lovers over here.
We are too. And it's funny you told a bunny story, because I've got a bunny story too. So last May, last May we had Memorial Day party here. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So Norm goes to, well, about 2 weeks after that, we go to have a bonfire out in our backyard. So Norm goes to start the fire, and he sees this mama bunny like circling the fire pit, like frantically circling it, jumping up on the sides, looking in it, So Norm, it took a minute for him to register what was happening. So he goes over there, and there's 3 little baby bunnies in this fire pit. And all I hear is, oh my God, no. And I'm like, what's going on? I thought one of the kids had gotten hurt or something. He's like, comes running across the yard with 3 little bunnies that were charred in his arms. And 2 of them ended up passing, but the 3rd one, now this is a unique story. I had always heard that mama bunnies won't have anything to do with their babies if a human touches them. It's complete myth. We nursed those babies. The one that survived, we set him out in the middle of the yard. He kept coming back to Raleigh. He thought she was his mama. but she came back 3 days later, Sarah, and
Wow.
she hopped right up to him and let him start nursing.
Wow.
3 days later.
That's a good Mother's
That's
Day.
awesome.
It was a good Mother's Day story.
Oh, that's awesome.
Very heartwarming.
It's a true love.
But yeah, when it comes around, we look for the little charred nose, and But that was our survivor,
And
story.
one time,
I mean-
Hope, my youngest daughter, those big gourmet lollipops that they sell at the gas stations, and they're like this big around.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, she had one, and she was eating it. I want to say she was maybe 3. Probably shouldn't have had one, but anyway, she fell and it got lodged in her throat, and her lips turned blue, and she clamped. I couldn't get it out, and finally I started panicking. I mean, just sheer panic. It was one of the scariest moments of my life because she quit breathing. It was totally blocking her airway, and she quit breathing. And I grabbed that stick with my teeth and yanked, and it came out. It came out, but she didn't start breathing.
No.
No.
God.
And I mean, she was like unconscious or something. I was scared to death. I went and got in my van. I was shaking and I couldn't get the gate unlocked. In Jersey, they have their driveways. A lot of the driveways have gates you lock after you pull your car in, or
Right.
where I was living in Jersey anyway.
Oh,
So
God.
I was just going to plow the thing over. I was just forget it. And I was going. And anyway, lady came out, one of my neighbors, turned out she was a nurse. She asked what was going on. I told her, and she literally just turned her over and patted her on the back, and she started crying.
Oh,
So
sheer panic.
It totally scared me. And I knew CPR, like I'm CPR certified and all that, but in the moment of panic, it didn't dawn on me that I should just do CPR. Like all I could think was get her to the hospital. But if she had if I'd gotten her all the way to the hospital without her breathing, she'd have had brain damage.
Oh my Lord. Let's see, Sarah, some of us have fight or flight instinct. Mine is always the flight. Like you don't want to be in a situation near me because you will die. Okay. I can't comprehend what needs to happen next. And what was it? Oh, so last year, Sarah, or not even last year, it was this year, I had a coming to Jesus moment. I was it was during when I was losing my job, and I was panicked and upset, and Riley said she was going to take a bath. Well, you know how sometimes time can just, like, if you're upset, it can just kind of float by really fast and you don't even realize it. And I realized about 2 hours later that water was still running in the tub. And I'm like, oh my God, Riley took a bath. And oh my God. And I got up, ran to the back, and Riley literally was a prune. She had been laying in the tub for 2 hours watching a little video or something. But it was in that moment of sheer panic. Like I thought I was going to walk back there and find my daughter, like drowned. So, I mean, I've never had to save my daughter, but that panic, I know that.
Yeah.
God, like, what if I had walked into something, and seen something that I would never recover from?
Right.
So I think all parents go through crazy things like that. Our kids, why do we have kids? I mean, it's Riley's like, I'm not mean. I'm just asking a question. But seriously, you guys are a lot of work. You're a lot of work.
It's true. By the way, ladies, happy Mother's Day. I hope you had a wonderful, very special day. If you did something special, let us know in the chat. We'd love to hear about it. It was definitely a different Mother's Day than what we're used to, not being able to go on a vacation or out to eat or anything like that. So I hope you all had a wonderful Mother's Day.
Yeah, we just sat around here and watched movies and ate, and that's pretty much all we did, which I didn't mind. I mean, I'm not complaining. But well, ladies, it's gonna be a slow night tonight because Norm had surgery, and I just didn't have time to really prepare a whole lot of questions and things today. I've been taking care of him, which is let's face it, there's a reason why I didn't go into nursing. Okay. No patience at all. He's like, honey, can you please get me a... Sure, honey. You can't limp in there and get it yourself?
No, it's been a long day. I agree with you. So, but it's been really wonderful getting to connect with all you ladies. We've really enjoyed it. We're going to have a new video coming out in the next day or so. So please be sure and watch it, share it, subscribe to our YouTube channel if you have not done that, please. We really appreciate all your support, and thanks for showing up tonight.
Absolutely. We will see you next Wednesday, and hopefully next Wednesday we'll have more topics prepared, and be looking for that new video, guys. We're going to have some funny stuff. But anyway, we love you. Thank you for supporting us again and for being here for us week after week. We do appreciate it.
Yep. Thanks so much. Love you guys.
Good night.
Good night.